Let's explore on how to fix EAFC24 unable to connect on PS5. Let's begin. Okay, so if you are experiencing the FC24 error code on your PS5 when trying to connect to EA servers, it typically indicates a connectivity issue. So here are some steps we can take to troubleshoot and potentially resolve the problem. So number one is you need to check the status of EA servers because sometimes server maintenance or outages can lead to connectivity issues. Please visit the official EA status page or their social media channels to get real-time information. Now, you might want to power off your PS5 completely, wait for a few seconds, and then power it back. Alright, because this can help refresh your network connection. And after doing so, if that doesn't help, you might want to check your internet connection, ensure that your internet connection is stable. Alright, the first thing, say for example, if you're using Wi-Fi, consider switching to a wired connection for improved stability. And sometimes, power cycle your router by unplugging it for about maybe 10 to 20 seconds and then plugging it back. This can help clear any temporary issues with your internet connection. And I suggest you go here at speedtest.com to see if your internet connection is enough to play the game, right? Now, this step requires some tech savvy, and if you are a wizard in terms of technology troubleshooting, you might want to try changing your DNS settings on the PS5. And by doing so, all you're going to do is go to settings, go to network, set up internet connection, and then custom, and then choose a different DNS server such as Google's DNS primary at these numbers. Again, be cautious because if you are not really good in technical troubleshooting, you're going to be having a problem resetting it back. So do it with precautions, right? And another thing is called port forwarding. Now, if you are not familiar with port forwarding, basically, if possible, you can set it up with your PS5 because EA provides information on the ports to be forwarded for the games. And by that, you need to hover down to EA's official website, support documentation, or community forums such as Reddit, or say Discord server channels for details on port forwarding. But again, you do it with a precaution, right? And you need to ensure that both your game and PS5 system softwares are up to date because developers often release patches and updates to address connectivity issues, especially if you are playing EAFC24. Now, in that sense, you need to also verify that your router firewall is not blocking the connection to EA servers. And from here, all you're gonna do is go to your PC and click on Start menu. Click on Windows Defender Firewall and you will be directed to this new window. And you may need to create exceptions or temporarily disable these features for testing purposes. And in some cases, if you are using an antivirus software or malware, you might want to consider disabling that first. Say, for example, I'm using Malwarebytes and it happened to me in the past. It is causing interference with my EA servers. What I did was turn it off and then that solves the issue. Now, in your case, it depends on the antivirus you are using. So you might want to check that and see if that works for you. And if you're using a virtual protocol network or VPN, you might want to turn it off for the time being because when you temporarily disable all these to test, you might want to weed out all the potential causes of these EA server problems, right? So if you have it, just turn it off. And if it's still not working, you might want to turn it on again. And if the issue persists, you need to consider reaching out to EA support. They may be able to provide specific assistance based on your account and network setup. And again, if these steps does not work, you might want to try to uninstall and reinstall the game in your PS5. But remember, the connectivity issues can be caused by a lot of factors, and the effectiveness of these tips may vary depending on your connection, system requirements. But what we can do for now is always refer to the EA's official support resources for the most up-to-date and accurate information. You may also ensure that your PlayStation Network or PSN account is in good standing and not experiencing any potential issues that cause these problems. All right? And with that being said, I believe that's a wrap for today's video. If you have better solutions, you might want to put that in our comments in our channel. And thank you for watching. We will see you again in the next one.